Hello, my gorgeous, beautiful collective. It is so good to see you today. I wasn't really planning on doing a video. This is very impromptu. Um, I was just driving around. It's like almost 4 in the morning now. I got off work like an hour ago, hour and a half ago. I figured I'd record a little reading for you guys. I did like a little reading for myself in the parking lot of my work. I got some new cards, by the way. I forgot. I almost didn't mention it. It's this deck called the Dark Side Skeleton Tarot. It's a very beautiful deck. In fact, we've got the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. And, you know, the Ace of Cups being the first card that we see here is kind of a pretty overarching message for what this is about. Kind of what I was hearing is like expect the unexpected, but not like just that cliche saying of expect the unexpected. It's the sense of like expect that you have no idea what is going to happen. And we have under the Ace of Cups is the Ten of Swords in reverse. And I almost feel like it's this sense of like know that the pain is past, the pain is in the past, and that this is an entirely different cycle. The reading I was doing was kind of just trying to evaluate what is about to happen in my life, because there's some things lining up that are just, it's truly putting me in this place where I'm like, what the fuck? Because I truly just don't have any expectation of what's going to happen, and I can't really get into the specifics of what I'm talking about, but I don't know. I'm going to pull some cards. We're just going to see what happens, go with the flow of the video, and that's kind of the vibe in general, is going with the flow of life, allowing the ebbs and flows to guide us forward. I am going to be taking reversals. We'll see if I actually know how to interpret them. There's no guidebook for this deck, so I'm just going to follow my intuition. We have the Four of Cups first. And we have the King of Wands in reverse. Things might not feel like they're going your way right now. We have the Page of Pentacles. But you need to know that things are turning. Things are turning in your favor. I think that you're gonna get some kind of big break. Not even necessarily big break, but I think you're going to watch these subtle shifts happen. And like slowly but surely, you're gonna look around and be like, what the fuck? How did all of this align so well? Because the King of Wands in reverse, the King of Wands I always see is this like this person that is able to do anything that like that they need to bring forward what they want in a way. I almost get the magician vibes from the King of Wands, in the sense of like this is somebody who goes after what they want, and they have all of the resources and means necessary to make that happen. And in reverse, I'm almost getting the sense of like feeling like there's an inability, like there's some kind of blockage there. But the Four of Cups being in the past makes me think that you may have been caught in a time of a lot of self-reflection, and because of that self-reflection you may feel halted in some sort of way. But the Page of Wands, or the Page of Pentacles, is in the future energy, and that makes me think that you're going to basically have something at your fingertips. There's something that comes into your life, or something that comes forward, like an idea for something, or there's just like this inkling of what is soon to take place, and you're just going to be like, this is it. This is what I needed. You're going to get some kind of, I just keep hearing big break. I don't exactly know what Spirit means by big break. But let's look at the challenge to the King of Wands reverse. We got two cards. We have the Ace of Cups, again, coming forward. And then we have the Seven of Cups. Now, I think a big part of this blockage, why you feel so stuck, is this sense of not really like pouring into yourself, not dreaming big enough. It almost feels like you're in this place of knowing what you want, but not feeling capable of getting that. And I almost feel like you're cutting yourself off from imagining it, or like trying to manifest it, or like almost telling yourself that it's impossible. And the challenge here is that you need to like really pour into yourself in the sense of like kind of giving yourself some more confidence, um, really affirming that anything that you want is possible. The Seven of Cups with the Ace of Cups is just so beautiful because it almost feels like this energy of pouring into your imagination and giving yourself permission to dream, um, giving your giving yourself permission to dream big. Um, because truly you're only limiting yourself by what you believe is possible. Um, Now let's look at the sub, or let's look at the like what's in the conscious here. We have Temperance in reverse. Yeah, it feels like you're now Temperance in reverse here is almost giving me this sense that like you feel like you're at a place of imbalance, but really I think more than anything it's your perspective on where you are. It's almost like you've reached some sort of like standstill, and allowing that to like siphon all of your hope. I'm sitting in this parking lot, which I'm only here, like I was literally going home, and before, like as I was almost home, I got to this light and I'm like, I need to record a reading. So I like hit a U-turn to get to this grocery store parking lot so I could have light for the reading. And there's a Wingstop right here, and there's a TV on inside. Like someone forgot to turn it off when they closed. And I almost feel like that's synchronistic in this sense of like you need to remember that the light is still on inside. There's like a part of you that still believes it's possible. And I'm almost hearing you just need to trust that it's still on. I'm getting a lot of messages from this actually. I can't really see the TV. I just see like these fractalized reflections from it, and the light is just kind of dancing in the window. Um, I don't know. It feels like you're losing hope, but there's still like a part of you, this like little part of you in the back of your mind that's still like dancing to the rhythm of your hope and your joy and your whimsy, and you kind of need to lean into that. And I what Temperance in reverse is really telling me here is the sense of like remembering that two extremes like can coexist. And it's actually very interesting because the reading I did for myself before this, while I was still at work, or in like the parking lot of my job, was that it was literally I one of the cards I pulled was Temperance with the Emperor, and it's like almost feels like the sense of being able to act from both these drastic sides of yourself, allowing your joy but also your sense of grounded um, reality to like there's value in these different aspects of our personalities, of our souls. um and I feel like you're almost like in this state of hopelessness, and spirit wants to remind you that the the fear is not all there is. Let's look at the subconscious. We have two cards. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse and the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, it almost feels like you're really shutting yourself off from the world, because you're so like caught up in your defeat in some sort of way. You're really caught up on this like injured leg that you have, feeling like you're um, just completely like encumbered right now. Um, and you're almost like closing your heart off in some sort of way. And because of that, it's leaving you even more, like, I don't want to say it's leaving you broken, but it's leaving you, um, what the fuck? Okay. Somebody just, like, the store is closed and somebody just, like, opened the doors and went inside with a shopping cart. And there almost feels like there's a message there where it's like you just kind of need to pry yourself open a little bit. Like, you're closing your heart off. It's time to, like, rip it open. Let your walls down. Um yeah, let's look at the advice. The Two of Wands. The advice is to dream, to plan for the future, and maybe not even, like, these plans don't even need to be tangible, is what I'm hearing. Like, truly, it's just like envision the empire you want to build. And as you move throughout your day, as you take on your life step by step, make small decisions that are in alignment with, like, the person you would want to be in that reality. The Two of Wands is very much that, it's dreamer energy. It's believing, um, the path will be revealed. But also there is a sense of tangibility to it, where it, like, the way you get to where you want to be is by taking those small steps that are in alignment with what you want. Um, let's get a little more for the advice. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse. Again, it feels like you need to lean into your heart a little more, lean into your joy, and not. It almost feels like there might. Let's actually look at the external, because it feels like there might be something in your external life that is making you believe that what you want is not possible, or the dream that you have is, like, unrealistic, or um, yeah, I don't know what's going on in the external. What's influencing this, spirit? We have the Four of Swords in reverse. I'm getting a lot of restlessness. Like, there's something that is just... it feels like this constant state of distress is what I'm getting. The Page of Wands in reverse. Like, there could be people around you trying to... maybe not intentionally trying, but it feels like there could be people maybe hindering your sense of wonder, making you feel like your dreams are too lofty, making you feel like your uh, head is in the head, like your head's in the clouds. We just had a bunch of cards come out. I don't know if I'm going to take all these, but we have the Page of Swords, the Lovers in reverse, Strength in reverse, the Hanged Man in reverse. God, these cards are so beautiful. Real quick, I just want to show you, like, all of these cards are what is that? It says it on the box. It's like that artwork that's done only in dots. Yeah, pointillism. Which, even that has a message in it, in the sense of, like, all of these images are created through these little... these are just a ton of tiny dots that paint this bigger picture. And I think there's a message in that where, like, people are going to doubt your ideas because they don't see the big picture. All they see are these little dots you're putting down. And I feel like there's really a call to, like, step away from outside influence as a whole. But with the Page of Swords, the Lovers in reverse, Strength in reverse, the Hanged Man in reverse, it feels like there's just a lot of this sense of like doubt and people trying to cast fear on you and judgment and make you feel like you're I- like you're upside down when in reality it's the rest of the world that is. You're right side up, and you understand like where what it is you're trying to achieve. And the Page of Swords is interesting because it's contradictory to all of this. But I almost feel like the Page of Swords being like this prerequisite to these cards here is interesting because it almost feels like this. It's like it's giving that quote. It's like small minds laugh at big ideas, and the Page of Swords is that it's childlike energy. But in there's also this sense where like people could be looking at your what you believe is possible for you and kind of laughing it off because they don't have the understanding that you do of what you're capable of. It's very much giving like I'm gonna laugh at you because my ego is threatened by what you believe you can do. Um, because I don't know, it's giving heavily wounded ego. I don't know what these influences are, who these people are, but I feel like you very much need to just like focus in on yourself and really pour into your sense of self-confidence. Let's look at the hopes and fears. We have the Eight of Wands in reverse, the Five of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. It seems like all you really want is to be okay, to feel content, to be able to let the past go with the Five of Cups, to let the pain not have power over you anymore. Um, but the Eight of Wands in reverse also feels like you're scared of how long it'll take. Um, you're scared of the road that lies ahead, the work that it'll take, the pain that comes with it. Let's look at the outcome. But I think you need to understand that it's all a process. We have the Six of Wands in reverse. This card was standing out. Oh, the Three of Wands. I think you need to know that movement will take place, that you will see the rewards of your efforts in time. Oh, I had to sneeze and it wouldn't come. It's just like teasing my nose right now. Let's get one more for the outcome. I don't know, but the Six of Wands in reverse is also like I don't know, because the Six of Wands is one of those cards where it's like it kind of represents like rising above conflict, and kind of being like praised for your efforts and wisdom. And in reverse, it almost feels like needing to provide that for yourself in some ways. Um, or maybe even, it almost feels like understanding that the people that you want approval from are not going to be the people who give you the approval you desire. Like it's again going back to the beginning, like the approval or like affirmation that you desire is going to come from unexpected places that you never would have thought would have given you the praise that you want. But it's going to be even more rewarding for that reason because you're not like expecting it, or you're not like trying to like coax it out. It's going to be something that's far more natural, and in turn is going to push you to places that you maybe would have never gone before. um But it almost feels like this shift in perspective of like realizing that the people you wanted approval from, you don't actually need it from. Um, I don't know. It's kind of like recognizing that these people will never see me, and having that realization is like, I actually don't want them to see me. I don't want them in my life is kind of what I'm getting. Can I get one more for the outcome? I think that's kind of all Spirit wants to communicate, actually. We got a bunch of cards. I see the Fool. I see the Three of Cups. We have the Eight of Pentacles in the World. Yeah, exactly. And there's a beautiful message in that, in how it took so long for these cards to come out, and these are all incredibly beautiful cards to come out. It's truly like out of nowhere, you're going to be on a new journey. The reward of the fruit of your labor is going to be noticed, appreciated, and it's going to be apparent to you. You're going to be able to provide that affirmation for yourself, and the world is just this embodiment of the it's the true culmination of all of your work and all of your pain and turmoil coming to fruition on this new journey. The world and the Fool coming out together with like the Eight of Pentacles being that binding force between them is so beautiful, because it's like you've worked so hard to get to this point, and now you're on a new journey to your end all be all. Like it's truly like all of your work is going to pay off, and it's all encompassed by this Three of Cups, celebrating with people who truly value you, who truly appreciate you, who truly see you, who truly want to celebrate with you, who truly want to celebrate you for how beautiful you are, and you them. Like I think you need to just trust the process. And trust that these things are going to come forward in ways you never expected them to. And you kind of just got to ride that wave and allow this all to unfold how it's going to. And trust that you're going to be okay. And trust that your heart is allowed to be open. And you kind of need your heart to be open. The star fell out of the deck. You have to follow your inner star. Allow yourself to shine with all of your beauty, unapologetically, authentically, without any no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Be you, live by your truth, and don't allow anyone to stop you or tell you that you are less than, because what do they really know? And then the Four of Wands is on the bottom of the deck, and this card is so beautiful in this deck. It's absolutely a card of marriage in this case. My mic's gonna die, so I'm gonna leave it here. But I don't know. I think you're gonna have some really beautiful things coming forward in some really beautiful, unexpected ways. And get excited. Allow yourself to be excited for what's to come. And allow yourself to celebrate where you are and the process that it's taking to get to where you want to be. Because it's all gonna be worth it. And you gotta trust that. I love you. I hope this was able to provide some confirmation or clarity on what you already intuitively know. This has been Full Mental Alchemy. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so by reaching out on Instagram at Full Mental Alchemy with an underscore before and after. My readings are kind of all over the place right now. I just started a new job. I posted a video about it. But I'm gonna try to get them out as much as I can whenever I feel called to do a reading. And the King of Cups is on the bottom of the deck here when I just shuffled. Pour into yourself. Know that you're powerful and that you're a wise, emotionally intelligent person who knows what's best for them. And honestly, I think you'll be able to recognize when people are tearing you down and you deserve better. So, yeah, I love you. My name is Calum. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.